It is 1818, Tuesday, April 7th, 1819 now. Hey, how's it going? Long time no video. It's been a while, hasn't it? Let's try to get a nice shot. I got my guitars in the background. Yeah, so I've got some good news and I've got some bad news. So the bad news is my rheumatoid arthritis is still continuing to eat away at my body, and the medications aren't doing anything. So like 3 months ago, I had to quit YouTube because I can't use my computer anymore. And but wait, the good news is that I have some Indian food. Yummers. To quote Becky from The Simpsons, I've got some Indian food. So they call me Even Steven because everything evens out. That's a line from Seinfeld. So, I had an idea. So how about, why not just, make a new video series? I'll make a new video series, a new limited series, just like I used to make, but this is going to be a new one. And so over the next, got to get the guitars, over the next, couple weeks, I haven't made one of these videos in like 3 months, so I'm really, really rusty, so I apologize. But over the next probably 2 weeks, I'm going to record a bunch of videos that don't require any editing. And I'm not even going to edit the audio, so this is probably not sounding very good. It probably sounds horrible. I'm sorry about that. But I'm going to do that. I'm going to record a bunch of videos, and then I'll schedule them to be published probably like the first of every month or something like that. Honestly, I'm not sure. I haven't thought that far ahead yet because this is the first video, so I wanted to make the first video. And so for today's video, I'm going to be, probably the next couple videos, I'm going to be, I'm going to be eating Indian food because I got a bunch of it. And this is only the first plate. So, also there's some salad here. Salad. Hooray for salad. Loves myself some salad. So, by the way, if you're watching this, how did you even find this video? Seriously, I did not post this anywhere. I guess I did post a link to this channel on my Bandcamp page, but congratulations, you must be a super fan. Good for you. Meanwhile, cut to the view count under the video on my video page, and it says 0 views. Probably, but anyway, we are going to put this in the microwave. By the way, I'll just talk about my technique here. This camera work is just horrible. So originally I wanted to like show myself portioning the food out onto the plate, but that, I need 2 hands to do that. And so I would have had to grab the tripod and readjust it and all that sort of stuff. So I just prepared it, and now I'm going to stick it in the microwave. But I wanted to show you my super awesome microwave plastic wrap technique. So it's sealed on the sides here. This is such horrible camera work. Here and here. And it's open on the top and the bottom. It's supposed to be open on the bottom, so that steam can come out. So I've patented that technique, and if you ever see anyone use that technique, send me an email and I will sue them for money. All right, so let's stick this in the microwave. I don't know how I'm going to do this because I have to hold the camera. All right, microwave is open. Let's put this in. I'm not going to show you the microwave because it's a little dirty. I do not clean my microwave very often. So 90 seconds. I'm going to put it in for 90 seconds, and then I will take it out, take the plastic off. I will see if it requires some. Well, first I will stir it slightly, gingerly. I will massage the meat. I'm joking, but I will stir it. We're just going to walk around the house and see if it requires more time in the microwave. All right, yes, I'm way too close to the camera. I need one of those selfie sticks. So So we're just going for a walk to pass up the 90 seconds because this is sort of an awkward silence, an awkward wait while we wait for the food to be done and I can eat. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, there is dessert. Ooh, there's dessert. I'm going to keep it a secret though. It may have already been showing when I was like, my dessert may have been in frame accidentally. However, it should be almost 90 seconds now, right? 20 seconds? Oh my God. 23 seconds it was. So we'll go for another walk around the house. So I got this food today at lunch, around lunchtime. I have not eaten any of it yet, but I've eaten from there before. I got it from a restaurant, and it's very good. I very much enjoy it. These guys actually, this restaurant, I've been there several times, and they opened up a second location much closer to where I am. Like I've mentioned in previous videos, I live out in the middle of nowhere, and this new location is sort of, it's on the outskirts of the city, and it's closer to where I reside. All right, so I'm just, I guess I can show this, sort of moving everything around. It's definitely warm, but there's a lot of food here, so it may need a little more. I'm going to be very careful though. I'm not going to put it in for too long, or else I'll burn my mouth. Okay, let's try to get this on camera. So I'm going to put my face right up to it. Honestly, I think it's done. I'm not going to put it in for just like literally 20 seconds. All right, so I need a camera person. So I sealed the end of the plate again with the plastic wrap. And what did I say, 20 seconds? Okay, so I will tell you what I got. First of all, we can put the salad on the table. All right, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Okay. Let's take the plastic wrap off. Come on. Oh my God, I need 2 hands for this. Okay. All right. I don't know if I talked about, no, I didn't. I was doing a little bit of rehearsing, just talking earlier today. I mentioned this in the rehearsal, but I didn't mention it this time. Okay, so I'm going to put this on the tripod now. Okay. All right, so here is the food. Nice, beautiful close-up with my, I look very sinister in this shot, especially if I don't smile. Looks very good though. Okay, so I'm going to be sniffling because it's there's a little bit of heat, a little bit of spiciness on this food. Not a whole lot though. I was going to say something, but I forget what I was going to say. Either way, I will tell you what I got. So we have some rice on the very bottom. You can probably see the rice. Then we have some mixed vegetables in a curry or an Indian sauce. So I think this is either broccoli or it's probably cauliflower. And I don't know what else. There's some peas, there's some carrots, there are some, I think there's 1 potato. I wish there were more. There's like a green bean, there's some onions, a lot of good stuff. Peppers probably as well. And then we have reshmi chicken tikka that's cooked in a tandoori oven. And so there's like chunks of chicken on the top. I don't know if you could see it. I cut them up. They're like cubes of chicken that are cooked in a cream sauce and with white pepper or something. It's just basically chicken. There's not really much sauce. It's sort of a marinade. It tastes very good. So I used the sauce of the mixed vegetables. as the sauce, and I've just cut the chicken, put it on top, and then I also have a one mild samosa. I don't know why I said mixed. Probably mixed vegetables. We're talking about mixed vegetables. One mild samosa that I also cut up and put on the top. You can probably see the green stuff. Yeah, right there. I could see that. There's the like the outer shell. Okay. And then for the, whatever this is called, the salad, we have some cucumbers. I absolutely love cucumbers. And then we have a couple of different colors of peppers. And then I think there's some cabbage. And that's it. It's very simple salad, no dressing. I don't like dressing on my salad. This came with no dressing, which is perfect. Yeah, salad dressing, I didn't plan on saying this, but salad dressing, in my opinion, defeats the entire purpose of salad. Salad is supposed to be healthy. And then you cover it in oil and just like fat and sodium and sugar sometimes, depending on what kind of salad dressing you use. Even homemade salad dressing is basically just fat because it's oil. So I know people like putting dressing on vegetables or like dip because it makes the vegetables taste better, but you're just defeating the purpose of the food, of the vegetables. Okay, so I'm going to try and eat this quick. I don't think I can do that though. Oh my God. Yeah, oh, I remember what I was going to say. So another one of my techniques, very good, is I sort of cut up everything into similarly sized shapes, similarly sized sizes, so that they cook evenly in the microwave. So I cut up some of the veggies, I cut up the chicken chunks, and I cut up the samosa. And so it cooks evenly, cooks very nicely. I only had to cook it for 90 seconds plus 20 seconds, which is really good. Oh yeah. So this is a big plate of food here. Hopefully I have enough room for my dessert. I should. I definitely have enough room for some of it, but my dessert is pretty big too. Oh my God. This is very good. Oh yeah. Unfortunately, no background music this time either. It's kind of a shame. I don't know, maybe I will try to edit the audio. It's just, I can't use my computer. There's some music playing on my computer right now, but I'm gonna unmute my speakers. Okay, so you probably can't even hear it because this mic is sort of omnidirectional, but I can hear it, so I feel better about that. So I mentioned in previous videos, I rarely ever eat at restaurants, especially lately I've been eating more often at restaurants, but I always make my own, normally I always make my own food, and so I don't eat Indian food very often at all. I haven't figured out how to make it myself. But I do love Indian food. It took me a little while though, because I was never into spicy foods. So I think it wasn't until I was in my 20s where, you know, we were going on a family dinner. went to an Indian restaurant and I'm like, okay, I got to try this, you know, because everyone's raving about the Indian food. So I tried it and I loved it immediately. I love the taste, I love the textures, I love the ingredients. So definitely a fan of the Indian food. Some of it. I'm trying to think of if there's any style of Indian food I don't like, but I don't know. I haven't tried many different, you know, kinds of dishes, but all the ones I tried, I do enjoy. Making a dent. It's unfortunate you can't hear this music. It's quite funny. If you want to know what I'm listening to, it is what is it? Okay, so recently, what did I do? I made, what am I trying to say here? So I made some songs. One of them, like the Octopus Core songs. Cries from a Defective Mind, Cohesive Deterioration, Psychosis, Permanent Psychosis, and Violations. I made those 4 songs. They're all completely improvised. And they're very, very noisy, but what I decided to do was, I've done this before in a previous video, some of the Bandcamp daily videos that I used to make. I would isolate each of the instruments. So there's always drums, there's guitars, 2 guitars, and there's a keyboard track. And Violations actually has 2 keyboard tracks. So what I did recently, I isolated the guitars, each guitar, and each keyboard track. And I've been listening to those. They're very interesting. Because the songs are so noisy that it's hard to, you can't really distinguish what's going on from each instrument. Each instrument has a lot of distortion as well, and it's also hooked up into an echo pedal. So there's feedback and then a lot of echo stuff, and it's just very, very noisy. And so listening to these isolated tracks has been very fun. And so I'm going to upload those as videos as well, or at least songs, onto this channel. I don't know if I've done that yet or not. Depending on when this video gets posted. But I think I've decided this is going to be the first video I post. So keep your eyes peeled for those isolated tracks videos. Okay, we're getting there. Forgot about the salad. I love cucumbers so much. Did I say there were carrots? There's also carrot shavings in this as well. Don't think I mentioned that. I'm just eating it with my hands. Very, very good. Okay, I'll save the rest for the end. There's a piece of cabbage in here. By the way, I am still bald. Just in case you were wondering. So yeah, by the way, I don't think I mentioned what I'm listening to. I'm listening to the first keyboard track of Violations. So I'm going to spend the next, couple of weeks memorizing each of these isolated tracks. So it's going to be like a new song. Multiple new songs. Okay, we're getting towards the end here. I don't want to touch it because my fingers will get all slimy. There you have it. That was amazing. I really need to blow my nose. I'll do that after I bring out my dessert. Okay. So I'll finish the salad and then I'll go get my dessert. Oh, okay. That was amazing. That was so good. I'm looking forward to doing this tomorrow too. What an interesting video. By the way, if you're wondering if I use 24-hour time, because I think at the start of the video I said it was 1818. I do not use 24-hour time. But I can't get the iPhone to display AM and PM. It just doesn't show up. What's the deal, Apple? So I switched it to 24-hour time so that you would know I'm eating this for supper, as opposed to 6 a.m. All right, so I'm not going to bring the camera with me, but I'll angle the camera so you can see the kitchen. And you'll still be able to hear me. Can you see me? I think you can. I wonder if you could see my bald spot. Okay, so I have to wash my plate because that's the plate I'm going to use for my dessert. So you're just going to have to give me a little time here. I apologize. I'm just washing my spoon, rinsing off my spoon. Now I'm going to rinse off my plate. Hopefully I don't have to use soap on it, because that'll take longer. No, it doesn't reek like Indian food, so not that there's anything wrong with that. It's just I don't really think my dessert will mix with the taste of Indian food. Okay. Okay, so I need a glass of milk for this. You may know where this is going if you've seen my old videos. Oh shit. I have to open up a new container of milk. I should have prepared for this. I wasn't ready for this. Hopefully you can see this in the screen at least a little bit. I'm gonna need a bunch of it. Okay, I think I'm ready. Actually, I have to wash my fork and knife. Okay, now I'm ready. So I got the plate, I got my cutlery, I got my milk. Now I've got to get the dessert. Oh, there was a reveal. There was a dessert reveal. I spotted it. Before I do that, I've got to blow my nose. So pardon me. Oh, I hope you can hear this. It's just a bunch of feedback. Okay, so what I have today, I have one of Canada's own Tim Hortons. Now, if you don't know what Tim Hortons is, there's a bunch of donuts on the box here. Tim Hortons is infamous, or it's very famous in Canada. It's a donut shop. It has coffee, it has sandwiches, etc., 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 soups, I guess, as well. I know it more for the donuts. So yeah, I'll show you what I got. How about that? Less yap and more eating. Okay, there we go. So I got a 6-pack of donuts. Now, I'm not gonna eat all of them. That's too much. However, I'm gonna try and eat half of them. And then I'm gonna try and eat the other half tomorrow, after tomorrow's supper. So I'm basically gonna do a replica of what I did tonight, tomorrow, without the long-winded intro. Hopefully the video is a little shorter. It's already half an hour. I really don't care that it's so long, that these ones are so long. I mean, I used to get annoyed at myself that I was yapping for so long, but whatever. Okay. And I am going to be eating it with a knife and fork, by the way. Okay, so here are your donuts. Tim Hortons donuts. So what we have here, this is a chocolate glazed donut. So it's a chocolate donut and it's got a glaze on it. This is a double chocolate donut. It's the same chocolate donut without the glaze, but it has some chocolate icing on the top. Chocolate icing on the chocolate donut. In this, I've never had this donut before. This version of the donut. This donut is a sour cream glazed, but it's a blueberry sour cream glazed. Okay, so I love the original sour cream glazed, and that's what I wanted to get today. So I go, and first of all, I haven't been to Tim Hortons in years. I honestly don't even remember the last time I was at Tim Hortons. Because they dropped the ball. They've become all modern. They used to like freshly bake these donuts every morning. Back in the day, back in my day. But then, you know, some big company bought them out. I think it's the same company who owns Burger King. They bought Tim Hortons. There are some Tim Hortons in the USA, especially near the Canadian border. But yeah, apparently now they ship the donuts frozen to the stores, and then I guess they just heat them up and finish the cooking process in the oven. So it's not like freshly baked like it used to be. So, but yeah, I literally don't remember the last time I was at Tim Hortons. It's been years. It's been over 7 years for sure. It's probably been around 10 years, but I do have very fond memories of Tim Hortons when I was younger. Probably my best memory of Tim Hortons was, I've said the story before on other videos, but I used to work the graveyard shift at a burger place, this burger restaurant called Harvey's. That's another chain in Canada. The graveyard shift, so when the restaurant was closed, I would go in and I would pretty much just like clean up the kitchen area. And so I'd work from like 10 until 4 or 5 a.m., 10 p.m. to 4 or 5 a.m. And so after I'd be done work, I would go across the street and there'd be a Tim Hortons. There's Tim Hortons everywhere. There are thousands of Tim Hortonses. By the way, Tim Horton was a hockey player, NHL hockey player, Canadian hockey player. And then he made a donut place. I forget what year he established it. It was established, but that's where the name comes from. He was a hockey player. And so, yeah, I would go across the street and I would, you know, I was walking across the street, you could smell the donuts because this is like 4 or 5 in the morning. And the donuts are baking, and they just came out of the oven, super fresh. And I would get myself a 6-pack of donuts, 6 or 12-pack, I can't remember which one. And I would eat 2 donuts at the restaurant. It was open 24/7, and I was probably the only one there because it was so early. And I would eat 2 of them there. I would get a French vanilla cappuccino, and I would dunk the donut into the French vanilla cappuccino. And so these are the ones that I would get, excluding the blueberry one, which is a new flavor apparently. I love blueberries, by the way. I mentioned this before too. I eat blueberries every single day with my pancakes in the morning. So this is definitely up my alley. I just want to smell it. I do smell the blueberries. So I'm assuming I'm going to like it. With that being said, yeah, the donuts haven't wowed me the same way they used to once they changed ownership, but they look really nice. I looked at their nutritional facts online. Yeah, there's a lot of sugar, but there's not a whole lot of sodium. I mean, there's a lot of fat too, but I mean, they're donuts, but they don't look like egregious unless you get one of the specialty donuts that has a lot of shit on it, a lot of sugar stuff on it. But whatever, let's eat. So I'm gonna go bite for bite because just like my scones episode, that was very fun. So we're starting off with the double chocolate. Double chocolate donut means a lot to me. It's got a lot of nostalgic, sentimental value to me. I will tell the story after I have a bite. Oh yeah. I mean, it still tastes good. Yeah, it still does taste good. Yeah, I have a lot of sentimental value for the double chocolate donut because, you know, when I was a little boy, by the way, when I was working the graveyard shift, that was in the year 2002. So I don't think I mentioned that. I think I was 19 at the time. 19 years old. I guess I'm having 2 of these, 2 bites of these. But yeah, when I was just a little boy, like 7 years old or something, 8 years old, I used to play hockey back in the day. And I don't know which one of my parents drove me, but you know, you'd have these early games, early in the morning. And so we stopped at Tim Hortons before the game, and I got a double chocolate donut for breakfast. And I scored 3 goals that game. And so I think ever since then, double chocolate was like my de facto favorite donut. Okay, so let's do the chocolate glazed. Oh yeah. Honestly, it tastes better than I thought it was going to. I think my last experience was with an apple fritter, which is also good, but I don't know. I got off the donut train. I don't know. I guess I'm eating healthier, so I haven't really had the opportunity, but this is definitely hitting the spot. Hitting the spot. Actually, I was probably older than 7 or 8. I was probably 9 or 10 because I was living in Cambridge, Ontario at the time. And we moved there in 1990. So this was early 90s. All right, so let's try the new guy. So it seems to be dense, more dense. I didn't do any cross sections. Oh, it actually has like a purplish tinge. I don't know if shows up on the video or not. Oh yeah, tastes good. I can't tell if it's stale or if it's supposed to be dense like that. I mean, it doesn't taste bad or anything, but it's less soft than the others. It still tastes good though. I can taste the blueberries. The blueberries taste like, you know, the other synthetic blueberry stuff that you get, like I guess with, what came to my mind was, you know, the blueberry mini wheats, frosted mini wheats. I think I've had those before. This is going to be an amazing 2 days. Wow. And then for the third day, my last Indian food meal, probably going to have my cookies for dessert. Oh man, I think I'm obsessed with Tim Hortons again. I wish I didn't take so long to go back. Okay, so I've eaten half of each one. I can eat all of it. It's probably not a great idea though, but I'm going to do it, but there's probably a lot of sugar in this. So, but I've done it before when I would eat the 3 scones. So let's just try to power through. It's not a matter of there's not enough room in my stomach. I'm just a little worried that I'm eating too much sugar. If I were to pick a favorite, I'm not sure. They're just so good. The icing, the glaze on this chocolate glazed donut, it almost makes the donut softer. Maybe they were just cooked at a different time, but because apparently they're the same donut. But I think the glaze sort of, it may hold in the freshness a little more because this one is just exposed. So the sides of this, they it's not that they get hard, but they become less soft than this because this chocolate donut is incubated. Inside, it's surrounded, it's cocooned by the glaze. Am I making sense? You know what, I did wish I could have had like a regular sour cream glaze. They also have a sour cream plain, which is really good too. I wish I could have had those. They didn't have either one though, unfortunately. A big bite. Wow. I'm really happy with this experience. I'm having a fun time. Feel free to use this as promotional material, Mr. Tim Hortons. I don't think he owns the company anymore, the hockey player. Pretty sure he sold it and they kept the name. All right, one bite left. That hurt my finger. One bite left of each. Tim Hortons also has an amazing blueberry donut. Blueberry muffin, I should say. It's basically like a cake. I'm assuming it has like lots of fat, lots of sugar, lots of calories. When I used to get it, it would upset my stomach. It tasted amazing though. Wow. Okay, one bite left of each. Some of the icing got stuck in my fork. Wow, this was pretty ambitious actually. First with the plate of Indian food and now with the 3 donuts. A tad excessive, if I do say so myself. Oh my God. Wow, what an amazing meal. I wish I could eat like this every single day. Obviously, this is unsustainable, but I had a lot of fun. 48 minutes, that took a long time. Anyway, I'm gonna do the same thing tomorrow. Let's see if I can get a better time. So, I don't know when the video is gonna be posted, but it might be a month. So, I'll see you next time.